Hello, 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 it's Betsy again. And today we are looking at the quotient property of exponents. And what does quotient mean? Quotient means division. When you are dividing and the bases are the same, you're going to subtract the exponents. But I'm going to show you a way to do it, which is going to make it a little easier for the negative exponents. So let's get started. Watch how I do this. So first of all, I got to change my color. Okay. So we got 3 to the 7 over 3 to the 4. Remember, a fraction bar just means division. The bases are the same. They're both 3's. So we're going to bring the common base along. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to look at the exponent. Where's the bigger exponent? It's on top, right? 7 is bigger than 4. So change the sign of the other one. Becomes -4. And 7 take away 4 is 3. So when you're dividing, you subtract the exponents. And 3 to the third is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. But think about it the way I'm telling you, because you won't have to deal with negative exponents then. Watch. Let's take a look at the next one. Where is the bigger exponent, on the top or the bottom? It's on the bottom. So the common base we're going to put on the bottom. Now, the smaller number, we're going to change the sign. It's a +6. We're going to make it a -6. 14 take away 6 is 8. And what did I tell you? If there's nothing left on top, what do we put there? Yes, a 1. So we have 1 over a to the 8th. No negative exponents. You're done. All right. Let's take a look at the next one. Make my bar here. All right, let's look at the C's. The common base is a C. Where's the bigger exponent? It's on the bottom. Change the sign of the smaller one. That -1 becomes a +1. 1 plus 5, 6. Where's the bigger D? The 3 is bigger than -4 on the top. Change the sign of the smaller one. Becomes a +. 3 plus 4 is 7. In reality, I am subtracting the exponents. I'm just doing it in a way that you don't have to deal with the double negatives and you won't forget how to do it. So just always put the variable where on the top or bottom, depending on which variable with the same base has a bigger exponent. All right, let's take a look at the next one. First of all, x cubed divided by x cubed, that's just 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. Now, where's the bigger y? We got a 4 and a 7. The bigger y is on the bottom. Change the sign of the smaller one. -4. 7 minus 4, 3. Where's the bigger z? On the top. 7 take away 2, because we got to change the sign. 7 take away 2 is 5. And that's it. So the quotient rule tells you to subtract your exponents. All right? I'm keeping you away from having to deal with the negative exponents in your answers. By doing it my way, you have one less step to do. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Let's look at the A's first. Where's the bigger exponent? 6 is bigger than -2. It's on the top. Change the sign of the little one. A -2 becomes a +2. 6 plus 2, 8. Now, where's the bigger exponent for the b's? On the bottom. 7 is bigger than -5. Change the sign for the little one. It was negative, so I make it positive. 7 plus 5, 12. And you're done. Are we okay? Put the variable on the top or bottom, depending on which variable has the bigger exponent. All right, let's go on to the next one. I'm going to change my color here. That's not, can I see yellow here? Not really. Okay, let's go with red for the top. First of all, on the top, everything in those parentheses is to the 0. And anything to the 0 is 1. So that takes care of the whole top. That's 1. Then I got to change that color again because it's too soft for me to see. We've got x to the -2. Oops. Y to the -3. I gotta fix that a little better because that doesn't look like a -2 to me. X to the -2, y to the -3. Now, we know we're not done because we have negative exponents. So I've got an x to the -2 on the bottom, put it on the top. I got a y to the -3 on the bottom, put it on the top. And your answer is x squared y cubed. You don't even need a fraction. All right, this is your answer. La la la. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. First of all, again, let's simplify inside the parentheses first. This is a 1. A to the 0, gone. So right now we have 5b to the 4th. That's a c to the -3 on the bottom, so we put it on the top. And now it's positive. If you want to put a 1 on the bottom, you can. Now we got to square this. So we're putting our rules together. Look at what I did there first. A to the 0 was 1, so I could cross it off. C to the -3 with the exponent is negative and it's on the bottom, so I moved it to the top. Now all we have is 5b to the 4th, c to the 3rd. There's nothing left on the bottom. Again, if you want to put a 1 there, you can. Now we've got an exponent to an exponent, and everything inside of here, this whole expression blah, 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 is to the second. So we got an exponent to an exponent, we got to multiply it. 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. And 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. B, 8, C, 6. So remember, 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. All right, how are we doing? Again, maybe you should stop the video here and try the last one yourself. Okay, so let's get started. Whew, we got a big one here, don't we? Try to get a different color that might look a little lighter. How's this one? That'll do. All right, so we got a 2 and a 3. They've already got positive exponents. I'm going to leave them alone. Now, look at your x's. Where's the bigger x? It's on the top. I'm going to change this and use the dark color again. So the bigger x is on the top, so I'm going to put the x on the top, change the sign of the little one. It was positive, so make it negative. 4 take away 2 is 2. All right, be careful with your negatives. The farther you get away from 0, the smaller that number is. So -4 is smaller than -3, so the y is going to go on the bottom. And you're going to change the sign of the smaller one. -4 becomes a +4. -3 plus 4 is 1. If you want to put the 1 there, you don't have to. All right, so be careful with your negatives. The closer it is to 0, the bigger the negative number. Now let's look at our z's. The bigger z is on the bottom. We got a 4 and a -3. The bigger one's on the bottom, so the z goes on the bottom. Change the sign of the smaller one. It's a -3, make it a +3. 4 plus 3 is 7. And you're done. Ta-da! Whew! They're really not that bad if you can get the rules down. And just keep practicing and practicing. It'll start coming to you like that. All right? All right. I hope this was helpful. Have an awesome day. Au revoir.